Yeah, it is an interesting concept.
Tobin, jump in on any of this if you have any thoughts. Okay. Hey guys, it's Jaffe. We wanted to do a quick update to some of the forum comments that have been coming in. We've just been really swamped with the game, and we read everything. We just sometimes it's easier to respond this way. You can just shut it. Monty's telling people to shut the fuck up in that other room.
No, just tell him to close the
No,
door.
you tell them to shut the fuck up. I can see it on your face. Okay, so let me address some of this stuff. Just so you know, a lot of the suggestions, I think the preferable solution every time, it's always preferred if we can solve it just numerically with tweaks and tuning. A lot of the suggestions you guys have made require code fixes, which we're absolutely committed to doing, but we're always going to try to fix it with numbers first. And then if that doesn't work, we'll go to code, only because it takes them away from features they're working on for new, but more importantly, because it takes it longer to get that out, because it's got to go through a whole QA process when it's a code change versus just a number change. The Diabla hat tuning nerf. Tobin and I have not talked about that yet. I totally have been reading all the stuff. The build that should be, is that build supposed to go live this week?
The one that has the arrows back in?
Yes.
Yes.
So this week you should be getting a build with arrows back in, and we did some tuning on it the other day, right, Tobin, on the hat? What did we do to make it a little less powerful?
Okay, we knocked down the damage on the front end.
We already
so
did that.
damage on the way
We did
back.
that.
We
did something else though. It wasn't. Was it the?
There's been so many different
We
changes.
let it come
I think
back
it covers out a
sooner,
little longer or
a little
something.
less actually, right? Because that gave you. We changed the hover
Yeah,
time.
we messed with it several different iterations. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember which one we landed on.
But I did see, I think it was Marcus, but somebody had a suggestion about maybe saying that if you throw it through walls, it's like the ghost, it'll take away damage, and I think
We've had that
that's
on the list for a little while.
that's pretty smart, and so we're gonna look at that as well. So, but we're definitely on it. We just haven't really had the time to make a decision on how we want to solve it yet.
And that's one of the more code-based things you're talking about too. So
Yes,
that's what
Diabla Neil. I think somebody put up a post and they didn't say. I think they were wondering how much juice it takes, but we basically sped up the Neil, so it's more functional now. So you can tap it and get right into it, whereas before it was a little bit of a delay. We want to kind of see if that motivates, it makes it easier and more fun to use. If it does, then we'll look at, maybe it's not costing enough, costing too much. Someone was asking about 1v1 mode. I love the game in 1v1. Obviously not all the levels as is are designed for 1v1. And so we would like to do a proper 1v1 mode at some point. Whether it's, what we don't want to do is split the player base if any more than we already have to with like team and free-for-all. And so we may end up coming up with a free-for-all game that basically is still free-for-all. You can play with 4 players, but it still gives you the 1v1 experience. So we're working on things. We're just not sure how we're going to solve that yet. Fister being overpowered. Play this week. So what Tobin has done is, it used to be that it would immediately accelerate at a rap. It used to rise up in damage at a very rapid rate. So within holding the charge for like a second, it was already doing 50 points of damage or whatever. Now Tobin's put a bit more of a buffer, so it takes a little bit longer to get up to those high numbers. So you can still do 100 with it, but you're going to put yourself more at risk and you're not going to fire as many weapons. That may be the solve. There may be another solve, but that's what we tried for this
fixes
Friday.
a lot to go into really make it more how we want it. So go with the better shaped curve and all this stuff. Right now, there's functionality.
But this, I
that's not
do
working.
think it's still powerful, but it's not as frequently able to be that powerful. So give it a try. Let us know what you think. But we're on it. We're going to do something to it for sure. Somebody asked about favoring weapons. I think that's a bug because they were basically saying whenever you, say, okay, I'm Bronco and I like using the Fister and Dodgeball Dan, and as my battlefield weapon, I like using Patriot Act. But then they come back into another game or reboot the game, and that all that is erased. They have to start again.
Yeah,
so
that's a
somebody
bug.
was saying we favor the weapons, but I think it's a bug. It should be retaining that.
It's a bug. It should retain your loadout per character. So whatever you use last with whatever character, as soon as you switch back to that character, your weapons will be saved.
But
Or
right
will come
now
back
it's
to where
kinda
they were saved
broken,
at.
right?
Yeah, it's just
Sometimes it
broken.
works, sometimes it doesn't. So.
Someone had an idea for quick switching weapons. I have not talked to Vera. Is Vera busy?
Do you know if Vera's busy, Snake?
We never decided if you should go to Maze or Bronco, so I'm assuming he's still on that. So it's our call.
Well, no. I mean, can we talk to him? Is he like?
Yeah, everyone is.
Is he free right now?
Okay. Hey, Vera, Nick says you better come here. Is that right?
That just interrupts everybody.
I know. Do you know they say that if you get interrupted at work, it takes 15 minutes? Let's go talk to Vera. Let's ask him something real quick.
That he said Karen. I was like, what?
Oh shit, now you've just lost 15 minutes.
Everyone in here's lost 15 minutes of productivity.
Vera. Oh, that's great. 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 Let the fine folks see what you're watching.
This is the
Guitar
prototype
Hero?
for Guitar Hero Live. The guy who
Don't care.
came
Here's
up.
the deal. So.
Well, no. It's important. It's important for. especially
Don't make
for
us have to
game
cut this out.
because this is the guy who came up with the idea, and he was not credited at all in his involvement with Guitar Hero. For the 1,300 people that were.
Everybody get on
credited-
social media, rally around this guy.
Yeah.
Back to what we were talking about.
Okay.
So,
So someone on the forums had an idea that they said, can we change our special? They basically wanted to double tap the circle or double tap the triangle to let them automatically go. So let's say you have Shark Girl's anchor out. If you hit triangle right now, it will always go back to weapon A. They
Okay.
were saying if you double tap triangle or circle, I forget, it would go back to, it would then go to the second one.
Right.
So a lot of times it's kind of like when you were playing GoldenEye back in the day. Like if you knew where you wanted to go, instead of having to switch to the primary and then switch again to the secondary weapon A, can you just, or special off primary, can you just tap it?
I don't see why it would be much different. I mean, we would go ahead and tap it and then just send the request to the server.
Well, try right now to switch to the Sharks.
Well, it actually won't work here that well because we do have a delay between the being able to like spam the. What is going on with this?
All right, we'll come back, but we'll look into it. I think it's a good idea for sure.
Yeah.
I like the idea.
There have been some complaints, mostly from here, that we need to speed up the in-match. There's two ways we're going to do it. The build Friday hopefully will just actually have it numerically sped up, as well as the percentage speed up you get when you press the X at the end of the in-match. That may be enough, but we may also need to kind of rethink some of those screens, like putting the missions and the daily extra credit missions in the pause menu, or putting them on the same screen just to speed that flow up. So just letting you know, we've heard that criticism for some, people. We agree we're going to do that. The bat nerf. Somebody wanted to nerf the Bloodseekers, and that may be necessary, but we're going to wait because we didn't just speed them up, but we raised their damage to 6 instead of 4. I think. Are they back to 4 now?
Bad son. I remember changing damage.
Right now in the
I
live,
think
they're back to
I think
4.
I changed the homing speed or
Okay,
something on
so
it.
we're going to let that live for another week, and then we'll look at it after people have had a little more time to sit with it and go, do we need to fix those? But we hear you, and absolutely. Handicapping. Monty has a chart attached to this video which shows you how the handicapping works in terms of the percentages. These are first pass numbers. It's what's in the wild right now. Oh, look, everyone. David Vera has returned.
Yeah, now thinking about it a little more, I have questions on how this weapon switching mechanic would work. Especially if you're on, say you're on weapon slot A, you have your FE47 out, and you want to go to monkey. And then you switch to monkey. What happens if you double tap?
Go back to monkey.
Yeah, but you really didn't do anything. Wouldn't it be confusing if you're in the heat of the moment?
I think
and
it's
you're
more
just
like double
tapping?
tapping between triangle and circle. So if you're on your specials and you want to get to that second triangle
It just
weapon,
works like it does
you
now.
double tap triangle. I don't think that works right now. Like right now, if you have a special out and you double tap triangle, you'll still switch to your first triangle. You have to wait and then you hit triangle again.
Okay. I mean, we can prototype it, but I'm not convinced.
He's not convinced people.
Vera also thinks the moon landing was fake. Okay, so
The Earth is flat, people.
okay, J Ray.
You also want the birth certificate, right?
What's that?
Hey.
Thanks, Vera. Okay, so anyway, so Monty's putting the handicap chart so you guys can see how it all functions. Those are first pass numbers that we plugged in.
The
But
important thing is we have a system in place.
we have a system, and now we're going to tweak it and tune it.
Right.
We are looking at putting sometime soon. I don't think it's in by Friday. Max's thing, Nick, where the handicap numbers are called out with a different color.
That's ready and master.
Okay, is that going to go in for today's build?
No.
Okay, so it won't be in Fridays, but it'll be in soon. Because we want people to know, oh shit, this is a handicap player. just so it's very transparent. We're not trying to hide this and trick people or anything like that. And then we'll let it sit for a week or two, and then we'll decide if we want to keep it. Community event. So as you probably already know, Sony has put up a third or another sub forum, which is Drawn to Death Community, and that is where, as requested by Twin Spectre and a few other people, videos, screenshots, art that you guys do, which is Drawn to Death centric, as well as arranging meetups, competitions, things like that. Obviously, when we get unranked in, that will become even more valuable. I think Twin Spectre was also suggesting, though, right, having stuff in game itself,
Yeah, like an arena mode.
like an arena mode, and we definitely are looking into future modes, but that's certainly nothing we're going to do right now. But yes, 1v1 in the game, I think, is a real strong thing, as I said earlier, and we just need to figure out the best way to kind of present that to the players without splitting the base. I mean, the thing is, you guys, Barack Obama knows exactly what he's doing. Anyway.
Easter egg.
Only if you're not you gotta watch debates. Okay. Talk to Nick about website adding a week. Oh, that's different. That's something for Nick. I thought it would be cool if we had like a weekly leaderboard, that every week we just refreshed it. So it was separate from the main leaderboard, but then that way you can kind of, everybody starts from zero and you just kind of see where you're at during the week. Okay, let me see. Suicide issue, we're on. I think right now the plan is to make it, somebody had the idea of dropping health. I think we're going to drop the suicide heart. What did we say that did? Does it give you, it gives you points.
Yeah, you drop the heart, and if somebody collects that heart, they get an extra point or something, right?
Yeah, either health or a point, but it's probably a point to not motivate players to do suicide. To motivate players not to do suicide.
Would the heart be seen by everybody, or the heart be seen only by the player that's...
I think everybody.
I guess it'd have to be everybody, because otherwise we'd have to kill them, right?
FE47, spray and praise, are they better? Do you like them more or worse? They're the same. I find myself using them a lot more now, but I'm curious if y'all do. You do as well?
I prefer them.
Yeah, okay. Someone had the idea, which is what you did with Diabla's hat, that it goes out, and when it used to hover and do damage, you would kind of saw
forward
people.
and stab people with it, yeah.
We may get rid of that for hat, but there's a character coming up that has this thing that's similar-ish, and we might let that character differentiate in a number of ways, including letting you do that on that character. So these are doodles I did during a meeting.
Nothing, no copyright infringement? Better not look.
Spider-Man's on there.
Better not look.
All right.
But can you tell?
No, you can't tell.
Okay.
All right. So I hope that was. I hope I got to most of y'all's questions. If not, just ping me again, and we'll do this as often as we can, and we'll obviously update the forums and Twitter and all that. But thanks for letting us do it this way, just because this, as long as this video is, this is actually quicker than me sitting down for like 2.5, 3, 4 hours writing all this shit out. So thank you guys for the questions, the input, the ideas, the support, and we'll see you on the next Twitch stream, which will probably be very soon. All right. See you guys.